Hey, hi, howdy. I'm back again for this series where I basically, right after I watch a movie, I just kind of talk about it. You know, what did I like, what did I not like? And I just watched Inside Out 2. I really liked it. I liked a lot about it. There were a few things I didn't like as much, but, you know, it was mostly really great. I'd give it like a low 9 out of 10, maybe high 8, like 8.5 kind of thing. That's where my rating kind of lives. I'll just say that now. So for the good stuff. So the good stuff is most of the movie, luckily. So let's start with the new characters, right? This new gimmick, this new idea of there's new emotions. They're mostly really solid. I'll go through all of them individually. Embarrassment was the one that I was kind of looking at and being like, you know, I don't really like him that much. Luckily, he was good. He was really fun. He was funny. You know, I liked him in the story. I really liked him. I still don't love his design. That's the main thing. I don't like his design very much. But aside from that, he's great. Envy's adorable. She's just a little gremlin. She's voiced by Ayo Edebiri. I think I'm butchering that name. But she is absolutely hilarious, and she was hilarious in this movie, so I really liked her. She was really cute, really fun. One thing, I didn't really get how she was envious most of the time. Like, whenever she touched the console, Riley didn't act envious. She just kind of acted whatever the plot needed her to. But it's fine, that's kind of a nitpick. The stinker out of the new ones is Ennui. I like her design, I like her voice. This was probably the joke, is that she didn't really do much the whole movie, and her whole thing was not doing much, but it wasn't very funny to me, and she just kind of felt boring. I know that's her thing, she's boring, but her character was boring, and she felt out of place, and I didn't like her that much. The star of the show, though, is Anxiety. She was great, she was funny, she was really interesting, I really liked seeing her. I liked seeing her think about how a situation is gonna progress and what she thought. I really liked her, loved her little plans, and she's a really good antagonist for the story. The returning characters are also great. You know, Joy is still amazing, Sadness is still great, Anger is still funny, Disgust is still there, Fear is still great. I actually like Disgust a lot more this time, just because she's not voiced by Mindy Kaling anymore, so she's funnier automatically. Because Mindy Kaling's not very funny. The story is really good. I love this stuff with anxiety and how they play with that, and how, you know, the anxiety literally takes over the mind, gets, you know, kind of oppresses, restricts the other emotions. That was really interesting. I liked that. I also really liked how Anxiety wasn't a knowing antagonist. I like when antagonists aren't aware that they're being antagonistic. She thought she was doing stuff for the best reasons, and I really liked that. The story, it was great. They went to so many different places. Like, they went back to the imagination land, but, like, the imagination guys were working for Anxiety, so, you know, she's using her imagination to come up with anxious situations. That was really interesting. They had a vault of kept secrets, so they have a video game character Riley used to have a crush on, and this old cartoon character done in 2D animation, which is really nice to see. I really liked that. That was really fun. This movie is still super creative, just like the first one. It's really funny, too. I think it might actually be funnier than the first one, honestly. This one was really funny. Animation's phenomenal, as per usual. The emotional moments really hit. I really liked all of that. I'd say my main issues are, they explain a lot of stuff. Whenever there's this big theme moment or message, which this movie is trying to tell you to take the bad with the good, a lot of that is explained, like, they show it, but then they just kind of recap it for the audience, and then that can get a little annoying. And the music just isn't as good as the first one. There's this guitar theme that they keep playing whenever Riley's playing hockey, which is really good, but the score is not even remotely close to as good as the first movie's score, which is one of the best Pixar scores. So that's a little disappointing. I felt like the scope kind of felt smaller than the first movies. I don't know. Riley's just kind of at this one camp. The emotions don't go to that many different places. It felt like a very small movie, even though a lot of stuff happened in it, but I don't know. That's just what I experienced. It was super funny, had good pacing, The characters are all great. The story, the emotional moments. I remember some of the people working on it, they were like, oh yeah, we took inspiration from Uncut Gems. And that was evident in the movie in one of the final scenes at the ending. This is an issue that I have. I forgot about it. The exposition dumping is very, very heavy. There's a lot of just telling you stuff about this new values tree and beliefs and stuff. And that could have been shown rather than told. That didn't need to happen. Yeah, it was a great movie. I don't actually have that much to say about it. I loved all the new characters except for Ennui. Even then, I like her, she just kind of didn't do anything. She didn't have that many times where I was like, oh, I can like her because she didn't do much. But yeah, I did like all of the new characters. Loved the story. I thought that it was really interesting. I really liked how they played with Riley being more of her own person in this one. I liked the new stuff they added to the world building. It's still super creative. It's super funny. The animation's out of this world. Pixar is back with this one. I'm really hoping that Elio is... I'm not expecting it to be as good. I'm expecting it to be great. That's what I want. I want something that's great. Not good. I want something great. Because the last Pixar movie I thought was really great was Turning Red. That was in 2022. So it's been only 2 years, but still... those 2 years had a mediocre movie and a pretty decent movie in Lightyear and Elemental. So I'm hoping that Pixar's back. But yeah, it was a really great movie. The ending's phenomenal. I loved the ending. That was my favorite part. Go watch it if you haven't. Form your own opinion. Stuff like that. This series, this video isn't very comprehensive. It's more like an audio diary, an audio log, kind of something like that, where I just dump my thoughts out, and hopefully people enjoy them. So yeah, that's my not review, more ramble of Inside Out 2. I really liked it. I think it's great. I'd give it a low 9, maybe like an 8.7 out of 10. So yeah, have a nice day. See ya.